Hi guys, welcome to the video. My name is Jojo. I'm a flight attendant at one of the major airlines in the United States. On today's video, I have another special guest. He is also a flight attendant. Without further ado, let's get to the video.
Welcome to JojoTV.
This is my work, my life, my book. This is my destiny. This is my destiny.
Why don't you introduce yourself first, and you can share us anything you want about your flight attendant journey.
My name is Mehdi. I am also a flight attendant at a major airline with Jojo, and her and I went to training together. I'm currently based in Dallas, and I've been flying for about a little over a year, maybe like a year and 3 months. I was based in Chicago for a while, but now I'm here, and it's been great. I've gotten to do a lot of really great trips internationally and domestic, and it's just been a very, very crazy. It's a job unlike anything else. So I've enjoyed every minute of it. That's for sure.
Oh, that's beautiful. When did you exactly became a flight attendant?
So I became a flight attendant in April of last year. So for me it was I used to work, kind of a 9 to 5 desk job. I worked in technology for about 3 years. And after a while, I was just like in my mid-20s, going, driving out to the suburbs and sitting in meetings all day. And so I asked myself, I'm like, there's got to be a more to life than just doing this. So when I left that job, I took about a year to drive around the U.S. and travel around. I was in Europe for a couple of months. And when I got back from Europe, a friend of mine who was a flight attendant said, Mehdi, if you're just traveling around, you might as well apply to be a flight attendant. You've got the personality for it, and it might be a good fit. So that's when I put in my application. And so it kind of stemmed for me, like, I've always loved being with people. I've always loved a job that gets you on your feet, actually doing something. For me, the big thing is I want to be able to go to work, and when I get home, say, what did I do today? What difference, did I actually physically make on this world? And I think this is a job that definitely allows you to do that. So all of that, plus my love to just get out there and see the world and travel, made it so a flight attendant was kind of the perfect gig for me.
Oh, that was just what was just about my next question. Why did you want to become a flight attendant? It seems like you answered that already. Unless you missed something, anything else you wanted to share why you wanted to become a flight attendant?
Yeah, I think that this is one of those jobs that everybody kind of has. Like, as soon as you say you're a flight attendant, everybody has like something that they can relate to. So it's kind of this very universal, very like emotional, romantic job. So I think I was, lured in by that. And then on top of that, it's very much one of those. It's up there with like tour guide and camp counselor, jobs that really force you to just be on your feet and give your 100% of yourself and your energy every day. And so that was a big thing for me. I think the only other job that I've done like this that gave me as much joy and enthusiasm and energy was when I was a camp counselor. So I think that was the big thing for me, looking to that experience and saying, well, what else can I do that's going to give me that same amount of energy? So that, I think, was a big thing that drew me to the job. That, and of course, the benefits that you get working for an airline and your ability to just travel on your own is a perk that it's one of the best, I think, perks for working for any company.
Yeah, that's very true. So we did graduate together on May 31st, 2019. Were you a flight attendant prior to this, or is this your first time ever being a flight attendant?
Yeah, this is my first time being a flight attendant. I before this, my main thing was I was in technology. I worked as an analyst and a team lead and a couple other tech roles, and that was the background I came from to now do this job.
Wow, that's very totally different from aviation industry, huh? So what
It really is.
yeah. So all the news is all over, flight attendants getting furloughed here and there. What was your reaction when you actually got the official email that you are being furloughed?
I think it was a very cathartic experience. I was actually on the plane when it happened. I was coming back from Paris, and when the email came out, I didn't have internet on the plane, but one of the coworkers that I had did. So she brought it up, and she's the one that officially kind of set it out to everybody. So we all got to experience it together while on this really, really great trip. So it was this kind of sadness, but then also just it made you appreciate the present even more. I think if you're going to get news like that, you might as well be doing the reason, like the thing that makes you love the job so much, which is being on the plane and coming back from a great trip. So I thought that I was sad that it was going away for, temporarily, but I was just so excited to be on the plane, like where I was, and to be with all my fellow coworkers and with my aviation family. So it was this very like cathartic mix of happiness and also like sadness together. I think news like that really makes you appreciate the moment more. Like you have to really be present. And if you keep worrying about the future too much, it gets in your head. So I was just happy to be in a place where I could really just embrace the present as much as I could.
Absolutely. So now, what is your plan moving forward?
So interestingly enough, coming down to Dallas, I was hoping to apply to some corporate positions for the airline that I work for. And so I'm still pursuing a couple of roles there that I'm in progress for. I think if none of those pan out, I wouldn't mind trying to do something completely different. I've always thought like sales would be something that I would be pretty decent at. So I have a couple of sales jobs that I'm pursuing. But the truth is, I mean, I didn't have a job. Like I was unemployed for about a year voluntarily before I took this job. So I'm ready to be, unemployed again, even if it goes for another year. I think it's an adventure in that you just get to, every day you wake up and say, well, what is it that I want to try? And then from there, you reach out to people and, hopefully you can always find something to do for work. I'm not 100% sure, like I have a loose idea of what I'd like to be doing, but I'm also just leaving it open to whatever opportunities come my way.
Well, good luck on that. If you did apply already, good luck on that another position. Hopefully you get that and you still keep, the same company, and that would be a great probably plan B for you for now, right?
I agree. And especially because I love the industry so much and I like being on the plane so much, but it would be a great opportunity to see other angles of the business and other elements that kind of make the whole thing work. So if I could use this time, as a furloughed employee to just continue to work for the company in another capacity, I think that'd be awesome. So we'll see what happens, but I'm optimistic. I think it's just one of those things where if you're out there and you're looking for good opportunities, they're going to come your way.
Yeah. Do you mind if I ask, is it going to be like, are you going to be a pilot, or is it going to be in like tech industry?
I'm not ruling out pilots. I want to get, so one of my goals before this year ends is to get my private pilot's license. And so I figure in doing that, in going through that process, if I find that it's something I want to do as a career, I would absolutely love to pursue it. And even if I don't choose to pursue it as a career, I think it's just a cool thing to have. So yeah, once you start working in planes, you just kind of, at least for me, want to learn everything about them. Want to learn how to fly them, want to learn how they're made, want to learn everything.
You're like very, very passionate about the whole industry. That's amazing. So I have another question. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's like the most like romantic industry. Something about it is just very, very like emotional. But yes, I do love it.
Wow, that's probably the first time I heard aviation as being romantic industry. I love that. I can see it. I can see it in you, though.
It is.
I can see that.
Now that you've heard it, you're gonna realize that maybe getting delayed for a couple hours isn't, but a lot of it is very, very romantic still.
That is a great way to put a delay in. It's like, that is a great way to put it that way. But anyways, I wish I knew that before this interview, because when I'm delayed, I'm just like, okay, I'm hungry. Anyways, my next question is, any advice to current flight attendants that are getting furloughed?
I think that if you're currently getting furloughed, take all of the, conversations you have with yourself about the future, about like, oh my God, what do I do? And I say, put those not like completely away, but just put them to the side and I'm still a flight attendant and I still get to go to work and do this, kind of drive the bus for the rest of September or for as long as you have the job. And if you can just kind of focus and make the most out of this job while you still have it, I think you're going to go into the furlough a lot more charged and energized and optimistic about all of the things you can do. And then from there, I would say that the why you love the job, the energy that it gives you, the being with people, or the getting to travel. When you're looking for whatever job you're taking next, try and remember that, you know, those are the things that you loved about that job, and there are other jobs that can give you that same kind of energy. So it's going to be exciting to kind of roll the dice again and see what other job you can find that you might also fall in love with.
Well said. That is beautiful. How about those aspiring flight attendants? So now they know a lot of airlines are not going to be hiring for a while. What are your advice to them?
I would say if you're even curious about it just a little bit, even if it's just something like that crossed your mind just once, as soon as those applications come back online, apply. Because one of the things that I found was it's one thing to apply and be a little bit like outside of that world, but then once you get your first face-to-face or once you actually go to training, you realize just how much more this job is. So if it's something that's crossing your mind, maybe you've already had a career, or maybe you're just kind of starting out your career, just throw your name in the hat. It's such a crazy process, the way they choose, you know, which flight attendants are actually going to come on board, that you'll never know. This could be your year, and if it isn't, just keep trying, because the more you just kind of interact with it at the peripheral, I think the more you tend to fall in love with it. So the furlough is just one more opportunity to kind of, you know, try other stuff. But once those applications come back, and they will, throw your name in the hat. And it's a very exciting thing to do, no matter how old you are, what your background is.
That's very, very much true. And I can very much attest to that, because I'm on the older side, and there's a lot of like younger, like from like what, 18, I believe, when we were in the class, right? Up to like,
I think the youngest in our class was 20. He wasn't even 21 when we graduated.
oh wow, was it 20? I thought there's somebody who was 18. No?
In our class, I know who the youngest was, and she was 20. I remember that.
Okay, I could be wrong. Yeah, that's probably right. I think it was 20 before. Yeah, you know what? Because 21 is the drinking age, and we're doing the wine testing, and she wasn't drinking, so she was 20. That's right. Yeah, she was 20.
Yep.
So 20 and up. Our class is like from 20 to, I mean, I'm 46, and there's a couple more people that's older than me. So
yeah.
So I love that advice that, you know, it doesn't matter what age are you, you know, you still have the chance no matter what.
You're always going to be your biggest, like, harshest critic when it comes to, can I do this job or not? But the truth is, if you're someone who is outgoing and someone who's positive and someone who is very resourceful, it doesn't matter. The rest of it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about what your background is. It doesn't matter your age. And you owe it to yourself. Like I said, if it's just something that crosses your mind, throw your name in the hat every year, and you'd be amazed at what can happen.
Love it, love it. So any other words for our JojoTV community? Anything you wanted to share at all?
I want to say that if you're watching this, you obviously love flying, you love planes, maybe you just love JoJo's great personality, but I think that I'm with all of your viewers and how excited I am for the flying to come back, how excited I am about the world just kind of going back to the place that we remember it. And it's been an interesting couple of months. I don't think that the next couple of months are going to be any less interesting, but just stay hopeful, stay optimistic, stay connected. And I can't wait to see everybody on the planes again as soon as we can.
Very beautiful last few words. But where can we follow you? What is your social media? How are we gonna get a hold of you if people wants to ask any questions, you know, from you? You seem like very, very passionate with the aviation industry, not just being a flight attendant. You're like the whole package. I love it.
Yeah, I'd say the best place, if you guys want to stay connected, follow me on Instagram. I'm mehdipeachtree, and I can send that to JoJo if you want to put it in the link. I eat ice cream all over the place. So if you like ice cream, if you like aviation, give me a follow, stay connected. And yes, I'm getting a scoop of ice cream in every state. So I'm like at 31 out of 50.
Wow.
And yeah, so if you're looking for any ice cream content or just, you know, anything that I might be throwing your way, give me a follow on Instagram. That's the best place.
I love it. Ice cream in every state. That is a good channel. Do you have a YouTube channel?
Maybe you just gave me new furlough plans, JoJo, you know, start it.
Never stay. That is very catchy. I would totally watch that.
That's it for today, you guys. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. And if you do like this video, please give it a big thumbs up
And remember to share it with someone you love. If you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, JojoTV. Thank you very much for your time. Maraming salamat po. Mwah.
Cause you know that life's a magic circle, and it's my turn for a ride. I'm dusting out this bubble, and I'm flying on the tide. You can sit down with your trouble, but for me it's plain to see